Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. You know what? I'm going to make sure my mic is working correctly. And that should be better, you guys. Hello. Happy Tuesday. My dog is going crazy upstairs. So sorry you're going to hear that. I'm going to give just a couple of seconds. I have a standard poodle, you guys, and somebody just rang the doorbell, so it's going a little insane. I apologize for the barking. That is just life at the moment. Hopefully it is not too obnoxious. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, as I'm shaking my chain, my leash is what it feels like, my mic cord. Let's see what we're making today. We only have 2 camera angles today. It's going to be right here up close and personal. And then of course I have one directly on the press since that's what we're doing today. This is insane. I am so sorry. Okay, hopefully it is not too loud, and I do not have a door that I can shut because it is just completely opening. Yes, Michelle, gotta love it, especially when that is happening. Wow, he's overpowering me right now, and I'm not okay with that. Anyway, you guys, today we are going to make some ornaments that are sublimation, and then we are also going to personalize them. And you know what? We still have to wear masks. So we're just going to get a little festive with some masks. So hello, everybody. Thank you so much for commenting where you're from. Those of you that have not had a chance to hop on live with me yet, I am here in Kansas City. And if you didn't catch the very beginning, I have a standard poodle upstairs that is losing his mind at somebody that is outside. So bear with the barking. Dana, thank you so much for saying he's not noticeable because it is like nails on a chalkboard to me. So hello from Hawaii, New York, the UK. This is awesome, you guys. This is great. This is great. I have the heat press cranked up. So it's hot and I decided to wear a long sleeve, but it's like 40 degrees outside. So it's just a Tuesday, right? Feels like a Monday, but it's just a Tuesday. Okay, so let me tell you what we're doing. I love using patterns, and there's a lot of different ways that you can utilize our patterns, whether it's making a logo out of them for a t-shirt, turning them into sublimation and doing a full print on an item. And today, that is exactly what we are doing. So this is an ornament. I'm going to actually show you how to get this done. But it is a white ornament. So it starts out like this. Wow. It is solid on both sides. So what I really enjoy about the double side is you could make this, I don't know, one season on one, and then you could do something completely personalized on the back. I got these in a package of 10. They are from Coastal. They are completely sublimatable, and they do come with ribbon already. You can also get them in a package of 50. So for those that you maybe just want to dabble, if you're crafting, then 10 is perfect. If you really want to run with this, then the 50 is obviously the better way to go. Anytime you order more, you always save more money. So that is the first thing. And then these are just our single ply, 100% polyester with, face masks. You can get them on the Stahls website, and they do have 3 different earpieces. For me personally, I actually like the second. My husband can wear it on like the largest, obviously. And then my daughter can actually do the first and the second. So maybe you want something that's not just kids specific and not just adult specific. This is easy, very, very affordable. You can make it work for many, many things. Now, we are going to personalize the ornament, but we are not going to personalize the mask. And the reason being is because this is very, very lightweight. And I really don't want to add any, any other material on there, even though something like Ultra We would be perfect, or our Ultra Color Soft from Transfer Express. In this case, I just want to keep it simple. I just want to go festive. But this, my idea is that you could use these as bag tags, and then you could also use them as tree ornaments. So just thinking about, just wanted to give you a little insight onto how my brain was kind of working on this entire project. I like to make things be reused as much as possible. And if you really like to tie in your home decor, especially for the holidays, this is perfect. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is go over the transfers, how you can purchase them. So I'm actually going to show you how to order them online. That way you know exactly where I got these patterns, and that you're not going to have to sit there and just search for umpteen hours, because you guys, there are so many patterns and so many of them are actually customizable. So let's see. Did some with stands as place. Oh, very cute. I like that idea, Cassandra. Okay, so if you guys are wanting a couple of other ideas on how you can utilize these, Cassandra said she did some with stands as place settings for dinner. So love that. Very, very easy to do, and very, very unique. I love those one-of-a-kind ideas, but then it's also something that you could easily make for multiple people. Okay, bear with me as I pull up the website. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, you guys, so let me see. I'm going to remove the heat press. You can still see me down in the corner, but for the most part, you can see what we are going to follow along. So let me show you how we got there. We went to CAD-CUT Direct. Those of you that have never been to the Stahls website, it is stahls.com. And right when you pull up, like we're driving people, right when you get to the website, on this top, my computer, it's going to go slow again. On this top bar, you will see CAD-CUT Direct. You're going to select that. From here, go to Heat Transfer Vinyl. Now, I know sublimation paper, the patterns that we're using, it's not vinyl, but the only way to get to this pattern type of process is to actually go into the vinyl section and then come over here to patterns. So we're going to go ahead and click that. Now, one thing to keep in mind is once you select your pattern, you will be given the option to purchase it in vinyl, in a sublimation transfer. You could do our our CAD prints glitter, or our CAD color glitter print. So you could actually use, let's say, this as a ornament, right? You could use this as an ornament. And then you could also purchase this same pattern in maybe glitter flake and use it as a pennant, a home pennant. And then you could purchase it for maybe something to tie into placemats in just express print. And then that way, everything kind of ties together. And then for you offering it to a customer, add them as individualized pieces on your store, or add them as a set and give, that customer just a little bit of a discount, but it's basically decorations in a package, right? Okay, so here we are on the website. It says CAD-CUT Patterns. We're going to scroll down. I do have I'll just log in really quick. I do have patterns that are saved. And the reason why that is very smart to do is because you guys, there's hundreds of patterns and so many different color variations that if you know you like something, save it, because it's going to be 10 times easier to come back to your favorites and find it versus going through everything again. And if you are like me, there are so many patterns that I absolutely love, and then I forget where I found it. So let me go back. Here we are. So these are ones that I have just used, I've saved over the time. Obviously, there's not a whole lot, but as I am doing specific projects, I'm trying to save into this section going forward. Okay, so right here, we are going to go back to the collection home. If you hit the back button, it will completely take you out of patterns. So don't hit the back button. Okay, we are going to go into the Stahls Creative Studio. As you saw, there was Realtree Camo and a couple of other things. Now, you may think like, oh, well, there's not that many categories. Hold up. Because if you click on it, it is going to pop up a whole bunch of different patterns. And then within certain patterns, you can actually change the color. So that is one of the reasons why I was saying, like, save. Save yourself some time. Time is money. Money is time. Save them. Okay, so what I did was I clicked on holiday and events, and then I came to Christmas. As you can see, there's Easter, graduation, Halloween, Hanukkah, Independence Day, Mardi Gras. It continues to go on. I clicked on Christmas because that's what the focus is for me right now. So many different patterns. There's some really, really fun patterns, and then there's some really modern patterns in here. What I chose was this Birch Bark. So let me show you what that looks like. It looks just like this. Okay. So I chose this because, hold on. I'm going to adjust my light, you guys. Hopefully that will help just a little bit. Oh yeah. So I chose the Birch Bark because it's very simple, and you know, I just wanted something that could be very universal, right? So if you do blue and gold or blue and silver, or you do red and green, or people do, ooh, Lori, thank you so much for saying that. Is my screen okay now? Let me know, comment below, somebody just go or like something to symbolize that we are good to go. Okay, I'm gonna keep going until I see something otherwise, just because I don't wanna keep you guys too long today. So anyway, I chose the Birch Bark because you can put this with any color and it works. It's not red and green. And if you are like me and get tired of your holiday decor, everything is good here. Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys. If you're like me, 1 minute I want pastels, and then the next minute I want bold. This is something that could be very universal no matter what type of decor you have. So even like 100% poly placemat, you could use this, which would be very cool. And now I'm gonna have to hunt that down. Okay, let's move on. We've got 3 patterns we're gonna go over. So that was one. I'm gonna bump you back. Okay, so the next pattern I chose was definitely a very Christmas festive pattern. And I don't know, there was just something about this that I found very warm and cozy. I liked little Christmas trees, mixing in a little bit of a plaid pattern. Now, the reason why I was saying you can customize this is, let's say you like this pattern, but you want this to be black, and then maybe you want, I don't know, we're going to change red to navy or blue. Maybe those are your Christmas colors, and you do something more along like your alma mater or something, or school colors. here's an easy way to target to local schools. Even if they aren't maybe necessarily celebrating one holiday, then at least know you can change the colors and really kind of tie that in for, local schools. Okay, so the next one, we are going to go back to holidays and events, Christmas, and then I don't think it's in this one. It's not. So I chose, let me show you what that one really quick looked like in person. So it is very, very true to what you see on the screen. Okay, this next one, I chose something a little different, and I might have to check and see. Let's see. Let's see if it's in Valentine's Day. Ooh, those roses are pretty, you guys. My mind's going already with something else. Okay, laced with, I don't think it's this. It's not. But I'm going to change these colors to give you an idea on why this works. So I do have a lace, and that is very similar to what I chose. So you guys, I chose, it is definitely like a very true lace. I'm trying to think of like a doily, that your grandma or your mom might have. Let's see. So I wanted something different, and I really liked this idea on a mask, because if you're doing some type of celebration and you prefer people to be masks and you want them to feel a little dressier, then this is perfect. You could do black and white. You could do different tones. Can you? Yes. Okay. So perfect question. Can you, I'm assuming, use Stahls Creative Studio with your Cameo? I'm new to this. Yes. So the Stahls Creative Studio, you guys, that is where it is just holding the pattern. So our Creative Studio are patterns that we have come up with. We've developed these. We've compiled them into the Stahls Creative Studio, and then you then have the ability to go in and pull that pattern, change the colors, and then order the roll that you want. So in this case, M, you would order this sheet. So it would come in a very large sheet, and then you would cut this down and then put it in your Cameo to cut. But in this case, it's a sublimation transfer. So all you would need to do is just cut the squares out and use your heat press. You wouldn't actually need your Cameo for this, because this is only going to apply onto whatever product you're sublimating. But if it was our express print, then yes, you would cut out, the 12 by 12 sheet and stick it in there. Okay, let's keep moving. So as you can see, there is the lace in this, but maybe you want to add white. And you can see how this completely changes the pattern. I mean, I just keep clicking and clicking on colors, and you can see that it just keeps morphing into something else. And that's one of the reasons, you guys, that I just truly love patterns, is because you just saw us go from very deep and red to something very springy and light and floral, and maybe this would be perfect for weddings. Okay, I am going to go back to holidays and events. Let's go to Creative Studio one more time. I'm going to go to fabric, because I think that's where the lace is. Okay, so one thing you guys see us talk about all the time, and I say see us, meaning myself and Jenna, is we have loved the buffalo plaid, especially the white and black. I still love it. That is on here. That's where you can see the buffalo weave, the buffalo plaid. There's burlap in here that you can play around with. There's paisley. So the lace is, oh, here it is right in front of me. It's purple and white. So this is the one that I chose. And as you see, it is purple and white, that you're seeing right now. And then I just came in here and changed up the colors. And then that's how we got to where we were. If you reverse, obviously you're going to get different tones, but I think I did more of a burgundy versus the Cabernet. Yeah. So anyway, from here, I'm going to show you how to go ahead and we're going to keep moving like you're going to order it, right? Once you have selected the colors, you're going to go into select material. And then here you can see express print, glitter, sign vinyl, sublimation, transfer, and then you can choose how you're going to order. So like I was saying, you guys, think of this from a, sorry, still got her comment up here. Think of this from a broad spectrum. You could order sign vinyl and make wine glasses or tumblers. That could be a gift. You could make placemats. You could tie that together. You can make ornaments. You could do the pressure sensitive and cut out little stickers and put those on gift wrap. It's probably not the best way to go ahead and do that, but just showing you ways and trying to give you ideas to kind of expand on how to use your material, especially if you are in the crafting world. Let's see. The question is, where do we access this? Stahls.com, and you are going to go to CAD-CUT Heat Transfer Vinyl. You'll select patterns, and then that's where it will pull up that entire pattern section. And I know we have the link listed above, but I'm sure we can get it posted again. Stace, if you don't mind, just go ahead and posting that. Or if you are, wait, let me see. You are on YouTube, so I will make sure that that is posted after this, just to make sure. Okay, let's keep moving because these puppies have to cook for 45 seconds. So for the most part, you guys, we are going to go quickly back through and walk through how to order. So in this case, I did a sublimation transfer. I did a 3-pack, so this would be one. I am logged in, so unfortunately you can't see the pricing on this. But if you click the link that has been posted or that hasn't been posted yet, then it'll take you all the way through directly to where you need to go. You hit add to cart and then you check out, and it is that easy. If you are doing a vinyl, then you will select however many you need. So I'm just going to put 12 yards. We don't need 12 yards. I just need one. Maybe you need a 10-yard roll. And then from here, make sure you also get your mask to go ahead and mask so you can heat apply. Now with the sublimation transfer, you don't need any type of mask. With the sign vinyl, you will need the Ornament mask. And I have, today I'm gonna be using this Duratape. It's kind of like a tape mask. Okay, let's make these, you guys. Let's see. Okay, I am going to remove my screen because we are done going over this. So I'm going to actually take you over to the heat press. The first thing we are going to do is make the ornaments. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and heat apply onto the masks. These get very, very hot. I tried moving them the last time and it needed to cool down. So what we're going to do is heat apply these. I'm going to take them from the cover sheet and place them onto my little table just so they can cool, and then I'll bring them over. I will never wear a crew neck again. We're gonna move this because it is like poking me in the jugular. 1 second. Okay, that's a little better. It was like, can you see it? It was like right here. Okay, so let's go over to the heat press. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, as you guys can see, I do have my cover sheet down because I do not want I don't want any of my sublimation to get onto this. I don't want to ruin anything, so this is just for protection. So we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to do 4. I went ahead and decided that we are going to personalize these after, and then we're going to put a couple of cute little sayings. This is with just our pressure sensitive vinyl. You can order these in multiple different colors. And I'm going to do 1, 2, where it's just personalization of the letter. And then 2, where we've got a fun little saying on there. Alrighty, you guys, this is going to cook at 395. We're rounding around 396 right now. And for 45 seconds. So the best way, I was seeing if I had any smaller pieces. What I'm going to do is just cut my transfer. Now, keep in mind that there is an edge, you guys, so you don't want to make sure that you've got, you know, the edge on there, and then now all of your transfer isn't on the item. Sorry, apparently I can't cut and talk at the same time. So you don't need to cut these off, but I'm just going to be Safety Sally today and cut them off. Now I'm going to use 2 with the birch. The other thing to consider is which direction you want to go. So just make sure that if you are going to, say, do something that's customizable, you're doing them as a set, you do not want them to go 2 different directions. So I want everything to kind of go across. Our holes are at the top. I'm going to move this just a little bit so hopefully you guys can see. Okay, that's a little bit better. So I'm going to go straight. I'm going to go horizontally. Just going to lay them over like that. Then I am going to go ahead and cut my lace. There you go. Okay. Same thing kind of applies for this one, you guys. You could go horizontally or vertically. I'm preferring to go horizontally. Maybe it's just how it all looks on the eye. And now we have, I guess that's kind of more of a argyle maybe. Okay, just cutting this out. And same thing, like I said, you just want to make sure that you are going the same direction if you're doing multiple. Okay, now that these are all over, I am going to actually just add another cover sheet because I just don't want to get this on my platen. Okay, so 45 seconds has started. Let's see if you guys have any questions. Okay. Let's see. Every time you watch a video, I learned something else Stahls is capable of doing. I should have found them a long time ago. Mona, that is so sweet. I'm so glad that we are here to help you and really provide you inspiration. That is such awesome feedback. Thank you. Okay, you guys, I am popping you back up. Now, I have an automatic release. So I am holding this down because I do not want it to just pop up. So now it has released and I am just going to lift it because I do not want any type of ghosting. All right, I'm just going to peel these back. You can see that they are all done. I am not going to touch that metal piece because, like I said, It is hot. You learn your lesson once or twice, right? Don't touch something that is hot. All right, I am going to move my scraps. And then I am just going to take this off. Woo. Set it down. I know you can't see it. There is a table. And then we are going to do our masks. So I just used the sheet that was on top. I'm going to use that as the one on the bottom. There is a little bit of markings and outline because this is more of a show and tell. I am not going to be too concerned about that. Let's see. And I'm only going to do 2 masks. Like I said, we're not going to decorate these. You could easily personalize them. My mind is going kind of crazy right now. You could have fun little sayings on them. If you're doing a sweater party, you could go with really crazy designs, add to the sweaters. That would be another really cool way to kind of market you guys. The crazy sweaters, right? The funny Santa, all sorts of the ugly sweaters. Some people love them. So we're going to call them crazy. Do a fun, crazy mask. Then it all ties together. So as people are searching for ugly sweaters, maybe make it a thing and have them go with ugly masks to match the sweaters. You could also do like 100% poly sweater and then just sublimate, the front, the mask, and then do some type of fun saying with vinyl. So now you've sublimated some type of crazy pattern on the front, you've matched it with the mask, and then you're using vinyl to customize the saying on the front. I am like feeling it. I'm ready to just bypass Halloween and Thanksgiving. Let's get to 2021. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the difference between the Birchwood on a mask and the Birchwood on an ornament, because I actually prefer it on the ornament versus the mask, but that's just my preference. I am just going to cut this strip in half. So now we're here. I am going to duo over here. It is a little small, you guys. So it's not going to be perfect. But again, this is for show. Remember that white seam I was telling you about? We're going to have it on both ends. But because my mask needs to be smaller, I could cut those ends anyway, and I'm not too concerned. But from a professional standpoint, just make sure it's covered. If that's how you prefer to do it, unless you're making one for yourself. Okay, I love the red lace, so I am going to actually make sure that this lace is the one we do next. I think it is beautiful, and it's something that could also roll over into Valentine's Day, because we know that's going to be here before you know it. All right, so same thing. It's going to be too small, but because I don't need that bottom part, I'm not going to be overly concerned. Just again, it is for show and tell. All right, I'm grabbing a new cover sheet. This one's going to have a hole in it, but it is going to cover both of my masks. Drop the press down, and then we wait for 45 seconds on this. Let's see. Mona, I have had this paper since probably August. Don't know what month it is. I will find out for you and make sure I give you an excellent answer. If you keep it in the correct temperature settings, it should last longer than not. But since I don't know that answer 100%, I will find out for you. Let's see. I'm reading. Oh, we got 5 seconds over here. All right, now remember that this is more, oh yeah, these are so much better now. Ah. Okay, moving this guy. So as you can see, our birchwood is done. Moving this guy, and our lace is done. Ooh, these are still hot. It's like taking cookies out of the oven. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go through some comments and see what we've got. Let's see, George. I'm going to read this, okay? Just I'll sell stock, heat transfer ready art. I'm looking for. We do have some art in this particular case. We'd have to go through the templates and see what's available. I'm thinking because it's so specific, probably not. But I'd be curious to see if Great Dane Graphics has anything available for you. Let's see. I'm going to remove this. Patty, I missed your comment. I do see Stacy has answered it for you. So I will come back and read that in just a bit. And Cassandra, I do. I definitely do. I will put that on my list. Okay, let's, these had a minute to cool off, so I'm gonna remove the press and then just hang out with you guys for a little bit. So this is how this turned out. Now, like I was saying, there was a back. So you could do both sides. That way, if they were to spin, whatever, then you could always see the same thing. But my thought on this was keep it one, and on the back, you could do something else to commemorate the date. If you're using it as a bag tag, then you could do a couple of different things. So we've got the birchwood. And you guys, I think I just, oh man, everything is mirrored. Here we go. The birchwood, I think, turns out just so cool. You can use it for a couple of different things. Of course, the lace, I think, is beautiful. And then, of course, we have our argyle plaid. Is this an argyle or is it more of a plaid? Anyway, it's pretty cool. Okay, now let's show the masks because I wanted to kind of show you the difference in patterns, right? So here is the birchwood. Obviously, I'm going vertical versus horizontal. But in this particular pattern, I think it just looks really cool as the ornament when this is like a piece of wood over your mouth. Still pretty cool. But this one I think is just beautiful. So like I said, if you needed a smaller or not a smaller, but a fancier mask, it's pretty cool. It's very pretty. All right. Now, like I said, you guys, I wanted to go ahead and personalize these. So what I did was I went ahead and cut out some pressure sensitive, small things. I really like the idea of putting these on a couple of bag tags, or if Old St. Nick is coming to town, maybe this is something unique and you could really kind of personalize it on that aspect. So all I'm doing was I just cut out J's. I did them in a turquoise. And then I also did the letter B in pink. So this is just both my daughter and my son's initials. And obviously I chose the pink. I did not have any red or green on hand. And my daughter just freaks over pink. So I just, I'm going to keep it boy and girl. And then Let me see. So I'm just quickly weighting this. As you can see, this is very, very simple and easy to do. They come in massive rolls. So this is the turquoise. It has a little bit more of a green hue to it, and it is very vibrant. And then the pink is very hot pink. It looks a little more bubblegum in the view that I'm seeing. It's a little bit more fuchsia in real life. I did not cut the white out of the cutter. So let's see, I can go back and get that. And then of course I always have black. So this one says, la 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 la. I always kind of do, or I always do a couple of logos just in case I have an oopsie and I am rushing through something, then at least I have another ready to go versus me setting up the cutter and going back and doing it again. Obviously, for some of you that are constantly cutting and weeding all day, you may not need to do multiple, but with these being such large rolls, you guys know I always try to maximize this space. Dana, this is just our pressure sensitive vinyl. We're not doing anything else with heat applying, but you would need, I think Ultra Weed would be great with the masks. I would probably just maybe stay away from the white on the red simply because it's sublimation and it is red. And over time, especially with how often we are washing these, that white may turn pink. Let's see. Okay, so I am just going to cut a sliver of this mask off. If you guys have checked out our holiday inspiration guide, then you know those masks were featured on there. I'm just taking this and laying it over like this. I'm going to take a squeegee and I am just smoothing out any bumps, just getting it to adhere. And then I'm just going to peel this part away. I'm going to trim it down because I only need one. And the fa la 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 la, I am putting on this one. It may not show up because it is still so dark. Okay, what I'm doing, if you guys have never done this before, is I'm taking this and I am just going to lay this over on top, just like it is a mask or like it's a sticker. So as you can see, it's on there. I'm going to go back with my squeegee, go all over it. And then I'm going to peel away. So the fa la 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 doesn't really show up as much. It'd be really pretty in the metallic silver or like a metallic gold, or choose muted colors on the background. But I just wanted to show you how easy it was to do something like this. Again, the color selection that I have is very, very minimal compared to what we actually offer online. Okay. The next one that I want to do is the J and the B, because that is going to go on the Birchwood. And I think oh, here we go. My other little piece had fallen. So I'm just going to take that, do the exact same thing, put it over the B, and then put it over the J. I'm going to simplify how this is going to go. So voila, I just did one this time. Peeling this back. Now I'm going to take this guy. And just lay it on top like this. Now this is the one where I was thinking it would be fun to kind of do personalization and use it as bag tags. voila, my bee is done. So this could hang like that. You could put the year on the back, maybe even put the name if you really wanted to, but these are so easy to do. If you have a retail store or however you're selling your goods, you can already have those letters cut and ready to go. When you have an order come in, they've chosen a color, boom, you've put it on there. Maybe you're not giving them color options. Maybe you're keeping it simple, easy. You want to do it and move on. So that would be your option for that. I am going to do the J. Cut that guy out. So pulled him off. Gonna grab that other birchwood. And like I said, just stick it on there. So you guys can see how quickly this moved. Yes, it takes 45 seconds to actually utilize that, get that sublimation art on to whatever you are using, but you could load that press up. I had 4 on there very easily. I'm sure you could get close to 8 and then just knock those out very quick. Okay, so just gonna peel back the J. So now you can see I have Birchwood inspired ornaments with the personalization. And then we also have one very Christmas-like fa la 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 la. I'm sure white would show up just fine. And for time purposes, let me just see if I can cut this one really quick. Okay, one sec. Now, I did a Be Merry, that was a script. I also did a Joyful. Let's see. I didn't cut it far enough. That Be Merry, I'm pulling too fast. So let's see. If I can't get the Joyful, we're going to be done. But I want you guys to see what it would be like to have the white really just kind of pop on there. Let's see. And I also chose multiple different fonts. The typewriter font, because of the farmhouse look, is so popular right now. The other thing is I wanted to make sure that I showed you what it was like to do something a little more traditional, something a little more script. The Be Merry was in script. Obviously the typewriter was in, let me see, was the initials, and then the fa la 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 was just a bold. Okay, guys, I think this is taking too long. If I can get this done, then no, I'll post a picture. But I don't want you guys to stay on for something where I'm just like trying to weed out this tiny little piece. I got the L. So, okay, I hope you guys I hope this gave you kind of a different idea when it comes to sublimation transfers and what you can actually use your heat press for. This was all done by services. The only thing that you had to do was actually heat press the sublimation pattern onto whatever your item is. You could do it for 100% polyester towels and then make a really cute tea towel. We obviously did it for bag tags and ornaments and masks. So think outside of the box when it comes to sublimation transfers and how you can make it work for different moments in the time. If you guys decide to go ahead and create these, make sure you tag us on Instagram or Facebook or share them in our group. I would absolutely love to see how you guys took this idea and spun it for yourself. So again, I'm Kelly Walters. I did not introduce myself at the very beginning of this. So if this was your first time tuning in, thank you so, so much. And if it wasn't your first time, thanks for coming back and always attending our live videos and, you know, following up on education. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I'll see you guys next week.